The church, as the broader body of Christ, is present across all the spheres of our society. Now, this includes our businesses and our workplaces. Hi, my name is Ahmed, and this is my brother Steve.
Considering that we can spend a third of our lives in these spaces, we asked some strategic thinkers this: what does it mean to be the church in our workplaces?
I think what God's doing through all the conversations I'm hearing is that he's sort of like decentralizing church. Because sometimes as Christians, we're hanging around with Jesus on a Sunday, but we go out into the world just to get our lunch. And I'm thinking it's not what we do, it's what we carry. And I think this new wineskin that God is crying out to the churches is, would you come and dwell in my presence so that you carry my presence where you go? So my challenge at the moment is, how do I carry his presence into my local community where we can actually be Christ in the community, instead of looking at it as a program or looking at it as an opportunity, but looking at it as a bunch of people that desperately want to have a conversation about faith.
When the church, with spiritual mothers and fathers in the faith, kind of champion the community and champion other people, I think they win the heart of the city. Spending years with groups of people and seeing them grow and their kids grow and everything like that, I think that's key for us to actually gain some credibility, because people are looking for the authentic, not the flash in the pan, put on the show and come to the event and see you again, hopefully. It's like they're looking for that genuine connection.
You've got to be amongst the harvest to reap the harvest. All they want is to be loved. And the biggest thing is journeying with them.
Church in Iran and how it's growing really fast underground and that kind of thing. And they mentioned in that, they said, you disciple someone from the moment that you meet them.
Across the marketplace, it's so true. If you find a Christian within your marketplace, you're just like, awesome. You don't care what denomination they're from.
We will be able to lay aside our differences, our color, our language barrier, our tribes, our weaknesses and everything to unite our effort. We should also see that we are working for one kingdom, not denomination.
When I think of unity, I see the churches trying to do unity, but I've never seen it need to be tried in the marketplace. And you take a bunch of Scots, regardless of which teams they support, and you put them in somewhere like Australia, then it doesn't actually matter that they're all supporting different teams. It's the fact that they're Scottish that's important. Well, to me, that's what unity in the marketplace is like, right? Back in the churches, they're all, you're Baptist, you're Anglican, you're Salvo, you're whatever you are. But in the marketplace, you're just happy you're surrounded by other Christians, right? Okay, the churches disciple people into a life with Christ, but then what you've got is you need a lawyer to disciple a lawyer into what that looks like in the courts. You need a welder to disciple a welder into what that looks like when you're building steel. You need builders in that space. You need doctors to help people in the medical industry understand what Christ looks like in that space.
I think there's no greater context for discipleship, actually, than through our jobs. When Jesus calls a carpenter to himself, his first demand on that person's life is that they build good tables for the glory of God and the good of others. I love the idea of the marketplace flourishing, full of Christians on fire to see mission go forward and loving God, loving people through doing good for the good of others and the glory of God.
As we see throughout the New Testament, the church has never been confined to the walls of a building. The church is the people. So what it means for us is this: in your workplaces, in your businesses, no matter where it is you find yourself, you are nothing less than a full-time minister of the gospel. And so, this is the question that I'm asking: what does it mean to equip and release?
Please share your comments below so we can develop this conversation together and get a greater understanding of what it means for the body of Christ, the church, to pray together, to work and serve together, and to disciple together in our workplaces.